welcome back to my YouTube channel Toppers World. In this video I am going to share with you 5 very important tips to improve your IELTS speaking band score. If your English speaking is normal, means you are not very much confident that you can speak very well in English, and you are a little bit nervous regarding your IELTS speaking test, or you have also got your IELTS speaking test date and now you are feeling down that how I will be able to get 6 band in IELTS speaking. So watch this video. This video is particularly for you. I am going to share with you very simple, easy to adopt, easy to follow tricks, and that tricks or tips definitely help you to get 6 or 6.5 band. So let's watch what those tips are. The tip number 1 is stop using words like yes or no. Yes or no are the two words that often used by the students in the IELTS speaking test. In our day-to-day life also we use yes or no quite often, but they are very much repeated words and they are very low level words. In order to get 6 or 6.5 band, you have to leave these two words. Instead of yes, what you should say? Of course. For example, if an examiner asks you, do you exercise? Instead of saying yes, you should say of course I do exercise, and you can continue your answer further. Of course, or you can also use word like certainly I do exercise, or definitely. These are the 3 words that you can alternatively use one by one with your examiner or with your friends to have a good impression on them. For no, you should use phrases like hardly, sometimes, rarely, of course not, never, occasionally, or you can also use not much. Do you like to listen music? Rarely. Of course not. I do not like to listen music. Of course not. Never. Occasionally. I like to listen music occasionally. So occasionally spellings are wrong here. Occasionally. So in this way you can get rid of yes and no, and this is really very important. The second most important tip is always extend your viewpoint. Whatever the view or answer or opinion you give, you should not give in a single sentence. You have to extend that. For example, if your examiner asks you that do you like shopping, and you say that yes, of course I like shopping. No, your answer should not be like that yes, of course I like shopping. You should also further extend it. Means why do you like shopping? So your answer should be like that, of course I like shopping because shopping helps me to change my mood, and also I able to learn about latest fashions, latest products available in the market. It is just a change for me, or I just like to hang out by shopping. It's also a way of socializing with my near and dear ones. So in this way you will give length to your answer. And the third tip is, most of the students choose negative side of the answer. They believe that if they choose negative side, then they will give small answer and they will not have to use much English. I simply say that they escape from the answer. So this is not beneficial for you. You have to choose that side which should be positive, and you can say a lot. You can cover a lot of ideas. For example, if an examiner asks you a question like do you like to dance? So if you think that if I say no, it's better because I will not be able, I need not to speak a longer sentence here, then you will not be able to show your ability of English. My dear friend, this is the test of checking your English ability, English communication skill. If you will avoid that, if you escape from speaking English, then definitely you will not be able to get high score. So always choose that side where you can speak a lot, and you should say that of course I like to dance because dance is a good exercise. It helps me to stay fit and healthy. Moreover, by dancing I feel cheer up, I feel rejuvenated, I feel that I am exhausting my energy in a positive way. So always choose that side where you can speak a lot. One big problem with the non-native English students is that they use a lot of and they never stop their sentence. I like exercise and dance, and I also like to do shopping, and sometimes I go with my friends to the distant places to enjoy outing, and I enjoy going to museums and restaurants and they don't stop their answer. In this way, you are only speaking one sentence and using lot of ands. This is wrong. This is totally a negative impression you are forming on your examiner. Instead of using and again, you should say in addition to this, moreover, furthermore. In this way you can continue your sentences, and whenever there is a contradiction in your sentences, like something opposite you are going to say, then you will not use and or any such phrase. You have to use on the other hand, or in other words, like this way you will give your views, or you can use but, however, etc. Tip number 5 is really very important. This single tip can enhance your score by 1 band. If your grammar is poor, it's okay. If your vocabulary is weak, it's okay. But if you are not loud enough and clear enough, then you are surely not going to get the score. Most of the students, what they do, they speak very slow, they are nervous, and their volume is so less that examiner is not able to hear them properly. And what happens then, examiner has to make a lot of efforts to understand your words, and this is a negative impression. Reason being that examiner will cut your marks. And another thing is that some students' pronunciation is not very clear. They munch the words in their mouth. Mean they try to speak in English, but as well as they try to speak with a very closed mouth. Means they do not open their mouth enough so that the words can clearly be sounded or pronunciated. So this is thing that you must avoid. You should speak loud and clear so that examiner can comfortably listen you. Sometimes students are not able to understand the question asked by the examiner, so they say pardon. Then examiner usually repeat that question in other words or in a slow manner so that student can understand. Suppose if you again not able to understand the question, then you should not say again pardon or say the examiner to repeat again. This is really very awkward situation. Instead, you should avoid that by saying simply that I don't know anything about, or simply say that I don't have any idea about this. But you can also keep one thing in your mind. Instead of saying that I don't have any idea, you should say something related to that, because this is your English language test, not the test of your ideas or knowledge. So somehow you should try to relate your answer with the question or say something. You should not keep silent or try to avoid that situation. Keep on saying something. There are many chances that sometimes the examiners do not listen the answer very attentively, and they give the marks because you are talking in English and that impressed them. The last bonus tip that I am going to give you here, that it's always keep smile on your face. Smile is really very important because it hide your nervousness. Almost everybody get nervous when one goes for interview or exam. So nervousness is a natural thing. So we cannot avoid that, but that can be hidden by us if we smile. So smile is very important. It gives you confidence, extra score. So keep smiling at your IELTS speaking exam. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you very much.